Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing with my brand new Kaweco drafting pencil for the first time, which in specific is a Kaweco SketchUp 5.6 drafting pencil. And I am very excited to use it for the first time, not only because it's a new writing object that I've never used before, but also because I've never actually used a drafting pencil before. That's right. I've never used a drafting pencil before. I don't know how I've missed using drafting pencils all the way up until this point in time, but I've never used one before, and I'm looking forward to using one for the absolute first time in today's video, to say the least. And I'm looking forward to finding out just how much I like or dislike drawing with a drafting pencil as well. Although I am kind of thinking I'm probably going to enjoy this pencil a little bit more so than not, as I have gotten the opportunity to hold this pencil previously, and I've actually been eyeing this pencil for a couple months. I really like the look of it, and I really like how it feels in my hand, and while I haven't drawn with it, I do have more faith than not that I will enjoy how it draws. But I don't know anything for sure, and that's why I'm making this video today. Or, it's not the only reason why I'm making this video today, but it's one of the reasons why I'm making this video today. Looking forward to finding out, I will admit. But today, I'm not just going to be drawing with this pencil for the first time. I'm also going to be giving it a little bit of a first impressions review as well. And since I'm doing a review of it today, I do suppose what I need to cover first off is the actual packaging itself. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and get the Kaweco SketchUp 5.6 metal drafting pencil all out of the packaging. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what the pencil actually looks like, what it feels like, what the quality is like, what the weight of it is like, how it fits in your hand, and just what I think of it in general looks-wise and everything like that. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my SOHO Urban Artist Sketchbook that I have right here, and I'm going to go ahead and actually get to drawing. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and probably draw some more and figure out whether I actually like this drafting pencil or not. And I sure do hope that I like it a lot more than not, because this was a gift from my parents, and I want to use it a lot because they were nice enough to gift me something that I've been looking at for some time now. But there's only one way to find out. And to find out, first off, I need to go over the packaging. And so as such, without further ado, let's go ahead and start doing just that. And we can see the overall packaging for the pencil is that of a metal tin. It's got a very nice gold background going all the way around it, and on this side as well, and all of the sides have a very nice gold background as well, although there is one area on the front that does not have a gold background, except at the same time it still does. Let's go ahead and cover this side of the packaging first, though, as we can see the actual Kaweco logo itself right there, all in blue. The sort of line of the K itself is that of a actual pen, which is very interesting in all honesty. It's a fountain pen, as we can see right there. That's all in gold and black, so it certainly looks a lot more interesting than not. And we can see that this kind of looks a little bit pressed in as well, and it has like some sort of like darker blue areas and whatnot, kind of looking like it's supposed to be like a grip for a mechanical pencil, not for a mechanical pencil, for a fountain pen. I'm getting more just a little bit jumbled up. I got pencil on the mind, as I'm sure is obvious. But either way, I love the stylization to the Kaweco logo itself. And then we can see from the fountain pen, there's a line right here, all in gold, but it starts off kind of black over here. And that's the underline for the Kaweco logo itself. Looks fantastic, if you ask me. The Kaweco logo itself, it's all in blue with a black drop shadow. And then the sort of actual nib itself is all in gold with a black drop shadow, with the line itself being all in gold with a black drop shadow once again. I love the stylization. I love logos that have like a lot of personalization to the brand, and this has a lot of personalization, has a lot of stylization, and I am a huge fan of the Kaweco logo right here, to say the least. Moving on below that, we can just see on a embossed sort of rectangle, it just says license to write right there, all in gold, just kind of pressed into the rectangle, and that rectangle has a black drop shadow. Then under that in black, it just says Germany since 1883. Then to the side of all of that, we can see there's a fountain pen right here. Of course, Kaweco as a brand is best known for their fountain pens, so it's no surprise they have a fountain pen on the front of their packaging. Just got a black fountain pen right here with a silver nib with a line kind of coming through over here. And then under that, we can just see that there's the actual sort of smaller Kaweco logo right here, which just says Kaweco, Kaweco. Just like that on a almost Mercedes-like symbol, I'd have to say. And that's all of the details are embossed above the rest of the packaging, and they're all on a gold background with black to make it pop just a little bit more. However, we can see around this logo right here and around the design right here, we can see there is a little bit of a silvery background. And it's not really pure silver per se. It's actually a bunch of silver diamonds with black drop shadows and then on a background of gold under that. So there's a decent amount of layers to the design right here, and I think this is meant to emphasize or meant to be a piece of paper for this pen to draw on, although I'm not sure in all honesty. Maybe it's just a design for design's sake. Cannot say anything for sure. This is embossed, this is embossed, this is embossed, this is embossed. A lot of embossment going on with the front of the packaging. I am a fan of embossment to say the least, and so as such, well, I like this packaging a little bit more so than not. Although, of course, some embossment, even if it is embossment, and I am a fan of embossment, sometimes it just doesn't look good kind of thing. This is good embossment. As a whole, I think this is a very nice piece of classy luxury pen packaging. And as a whole, I definitely have to say they knew what they were doing when they made this design and this packaging as a whole. And I think it looks much better than not, to say the least. And I like how the front of this packaging looks, in all honesty. As a whole, pretty decent front of the packaging in my personal opinion. Let's go move on to the back of the packaging though, which we can see has some little designs right here all in black. And we can see there's like a sticker right here, just says new Kaweco SketchUp clutch pencil and refill, one pencil 10.5 centimeters. Something like that. There's the barcode right there and everything like that kind of thing. And on this side, we just see there's some little sort of floral designs or something like that right there. See the same on that side, same on the back, same on this side, and that's pretty much all there is to this packaging in all honesty. There's really not much else going on. The actual metal packaging itself, it's pretty decent quality. It doesn't really bend too much under pressure, although a little bit as one may expect. Pretty solid quality if you ask me, and it does not open too easily nor too harshly. Getting it open, we can see that the inside is all silver, and we can see that all of those pressed in things, of course, they're actually pressed in. It's not just layers upon layers. They are actually pressed into the top of the packaging and whatnot, which looks pretty good if you ask me. We can see there is a felt lined area for the pencil to sit in right here. It did get a little bit jumbled just because I was holding it upside down just for a moment there, but there's a little bit of a black sort of felt line thing just to make sure that this pencil does not get damaged in shipping or when you're trying to carry it with you or something like that kind of thing, if you want to use this as a carrying case. And getting the drafting pencil all out, feeling it right off the bat, it is much more heavy than not. Very, very, very heavy. I've got a couple other metal pens and stuff. This is a Pilot G2 limited metal pen. This pales in comparison weight-wise to this. This is insanely heavy to say the least, and I love it. It is just so heavy, and it just feels like you just kind of want to go like that kind of thing. It's not one of those things where it's so thick it doesn't really feel like it's very good for doing detailed work, but it's a drafting pencil. And lead in it is very, very, very large, so you don't really want to do too much detail work with it per se. But I'd have to say the pencil as a whole, the weight feels so nice in hand. Feels really, really, really good in hand. Even though this pencil is a lot shorter than not, it just feels so good in hand. Like, I've got another Kaweco pen of a similar size. Let's see if I can get it out. I've got a Kaweco Frosted Sport ballpoint pen right here. Are these the exact same size? They are the exact same size, quite literally. Maybe this one's actually slightly bigger just because of the nib at the end right there. But feeling this one, I mean, like, it's really comfortable in hand. I really like it. It definitely feels a little bit better for detailed work just because it's lighter. It's made out of plastic, of course. However, after a certain amount of time, the lightness actually kind of gets old, and it actually gets to be a bit too much. With this one, on the other hand, it's so weighty, it just kind of keeps your fingers pointed down and just keeps you going. This, on the other hand, it's just kind of so light. And while the weight of it is light, it is nice, is light, and it is nice, and it is weighted a little bit more towards this side than that side, which kind of makes you want to write and draw with it and whatnot kind of thing. This just feels so much better in hand just due to the really, really, really heavy weight of it. I don't have a scale. I don't know how much this actually weighs, but I'm just going to drop it on my desk just to show y'all how much it weighs real quick, just with the loud kerthunk it's going to make. Yeah, that's a that's pretty heavy. When compared to this one, really not much. Really, this is like nothing in compared to this one, frankly put. So this is a much heavier pen than not, and honestly, I really do like the weight of it. Going over the actual look of the pen itself, we can see we get a brass centerpiece right here, and it just says Kaweco Sketchup 5.6 Germany right there. And this is sort of a brushed brass finish, I'd have to say. And this is all sort of, not embossed per se, but it's sort of recessed or pressed into the brass itself. We can see there is a high polish chrome finish on this side, with this piece being high polish chrome as well, along with the button piece right here being high polish chrome as well. We see this has a little bit of a texture to it right here, but the top is not exactly flat, and there are some lines right there as well, and there are some lines on this side as well. Overall, it's a very nice looking pen in my personal opinion, and it breaks up pretty easily as well, or it comes apart, breaks down, however you want to put it, pretty easily as well. You just unscrew this side, just like that, unscrews very easily, put that down, and just unscrew this side, just like this, and comes out just like that. And technically speaking, I'm sure you could actually use this without the centerpiece, but I'm not sure if you'd want to. Now, interestingly enough, the centerpiece is actually not, oh man, my phone is saying it's on 10%. Oh my goodness, I might need to plug my phone in real quick. Wow, what am I doing? What am I doing? Let me grab a battery real quick just to make sure my plug's phone in. I didn't realize my plug's phone in? No, my phone's plugged in. I didn't realize my phone was that low on charge, but apparently it is. I might have made a mistake putting my phone on full brightness, but it's too late now because I'm already recording. Let's grab a cord. It's just right here. Here we go, just like that. And let's go and plug my phone in with this brick I have right here. Cannot believe me. I guess I used my phone a bit more than I was kind of thinking I did. Oh no, my thing's trying to run away now. There we go, just like that. I think I used my phone a bit more than I was kind of thinking I did before this video, but that's okay. And there we go. Now my phone is charging. Ain't no biggie, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no biggie. I'm going to go and put the cord and everything over that way just so it's kind of not in my way. And now that I have done that, let's go and get back on track. So I'd have to say the main weight of this pen is not actually from the brass piece like you would think it would be. The brass piece itself is actually very light. It's definitely still heavier than this pen as a whole, but not by much. The main weight from this pen really does come from the center of the piece right here. Let's just go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and screw this back on real quick, just to go ahead and get the lead itself all out. There we go. And with the lead out, it's definitely a little bit lighter, and we can see I've got graphite all over my hand now. But with the graphite out, it's definitely a little bit lighter now, but not like significantly so by any means, I definitely have to say. And I definitely have to say this main weight is really coming from this piece back here. That's really where the main weight is coming from. This is a really heavy piece, along with the high polish chrome at the front right here. Those are both very, very, very heavy pieces, with the brass actually being surprisingly light in all honesty. Let's go and put this all back together. We can see there's a little bit of a spring right here. Of course, this kind of goes like that to kind of make everything work and whatnot. So it does have a little bit of a spring in it, but this is a gravity-fed pencil. It's not a mechanical pencil. I do want to acknowledge there is a difference between the two. Gravity-fed does not mean mechanical, and this is not a mechanical pencil. It is a gravity-fed drafting pencil. Oh, and I'm unscrewing it at the same time as I'm trying to screw it. So let's go and just screw that back in. And then is this all screwed in? I think it is. All right, I think we're all good. Let's go ahead and put this back in now, just like that. And that's how you load the pen and whatnot. You just shove it all the way in like that, and you just feed it out until you get to the point you want. I'm gonna leave it right there for the moment, and that's what it looks like when you're about to use it. As a whole, this pen, much heavier than not. I'd have to say when you're holding it in your hand, it feels very nice. It's very evenly weighted, but it's a little bit more weighted towards the front than the back, which makes it very easy to just kind of keep your hand down on the paper and whatnot and just keep going time and time and time again. But it's got a very nice weight to it that just kind of keeps your hand down in general. Feels so nice in the hand. It could be a little bit longer. I'd honestly kind of like if it was like a little bit more long, just kind of like out to where my finger is, just because my hands are a little bit bigger than not, but they're not like the biggest hands by any means. But I do think if you have really big hands, bigger hands than my hands, I don't think this pencil is really going to be to your preference, frankly, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too small for you. But the thickness of this pencil is very thick. It's just so dang nice. It's really refreshing after using really thin writing utensils and whatnot like this. This is just way too thin kind of thing. Using a really using a really thick writing utensil is just so dang nice, if I do say so myself, and it's just really refreshing, and I really do like the thickness, the weight, and just how this pen feels in my hand in general. I think it looks really good. The quality of this pencil, not pen, the quality of this pencil is fantastic as well, kind of thing. It's very easy to break down, but not insanely easy by any means. It definitely does take a little bit of effort, but it's just really easy. You don't really have to think about it too much, but it's not like it's coming apart while I'm trying to use it by any means. Very easy to use as a whole as well. Overall, it seems like something that as well is going to last for a long time. It's got a really nice weight to it. I'm really liking this pencil. Let me just put it that way. I'm liking how it looks. I'm liking how it feels in my hand. I'm liking everything about that. Seems like it's really good quality. As a whole, yeah, I like this pencil more so than not. I do. I'll be frank with you. I do like this pencil more so than not. I'm a fan of how it looks. I'm a fan of how it feels. I'm a fan of the weight. I like the quality. Yeah. It just feels so dang nice in hand. But I do suppose it doesn't really matter how much I like it in hand if I don't actually like drawing with it. So I do suppose I should probably go ahead and grab my SOHO Urban Artist Sketchbook, and I suppose I should probably go and open up to the nearest open page, and I suppose I should probably go ahead and actually get to drawing now, shouldn't I? And I'm thinking today I'm just going to be drawing a little bit of a leg man, and then after that I'm thinking I might draw a little bit of a fish. Got to draw a fish with my brand new pen, of course. Maybe I'll actually start off with the fish. Maybe the first drawing I do with this new pencil. It's not a pen, it's a pencil. It's a drafting pencil. But maybe the first drawing I do with it should actually be a fish. Maybe I'll do that. Was there anything else I wanted to cover about the pen before I actually get to drawing? Talked about the quality, talked about the look, talked about the weight, how it feels in my hand. I think I covered just about everything. Yeah, where you're normally holding your fingers, it's not like it's going to get pinched by these areas or anything like that. It kind of seems like it might, but no, not really. Overall, feels really nice. I think I am going to take the lead out just a little bit more, just to be like that. And I think that's all good. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to drawing and see how my brand new Kaweco drafting pencil actually draws. Yes, sir, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying. And I think I'm going to draw a fish, and I'm going to start off with the jaw of the fish. Just like that. Very smooth graphite right off the bat. Feels really nice. Has sort of a metallic tang to the noise it makes. And overall, the lead's coming across pretty well as well. This is by no means like the best fish I've ever drawn, in my personal opinion, but it's not like bad looking by any means either. As a whole, I'm pretty satisfied with it, and so far I'm really enjoying drawing with this pencil. It just feels so nice in hand. So nice in hand, let me tell y'all what. This pencil is definitely not for detailed work, but that's not what I want it for. I want it for kind of just the overarching elements of a drawing. Yeah, I really enjoy doing really big drawings. If I'm doing a really big drawing and stuff like that, I don't do a lot of really big drawings, but I really enjoy doing big drawings. But if I'm doing like a really big drawing or something like that, I'd want to use this pencil to do all of everything. Because to just sketch everything out, because it's just so comfortable to hold and it just works, kind of thing. Now, I'm sure as I continue using the lead, it's going to kind of get a little bit rounded out and it's going to get even thicker, which will probably not be optimal, but it will be perfectly fine. I'll have to figure out some more things about drafting pencils, about whether you're supposed to actually sort of shave them or something like that kind of thing. I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to drafting pencils, frankly put. So I'll have to do some research on them in the future and figure out how you're really supposed to use them and everything like that. I'm sure I'm using it incorrectly in today's video. Let's go ahead and I think I'm going to draw another fish now. So let's draw another fish and see how this one turns out. I think I'm going to do one a little bit smaller now. Very easy to do very smooth lines with this, but it's also very easy to get smoothly off track just due to the weight of the pen. But definitely with the weight of the pen, it's very easy to do smooth lines. It's very easy to also press down a little bit too hard. But, you know, very easy to do smooth lines with this pen. Very easy to just make everything kind of look the way you want to and whatnot. And the sound that this pencil makes is so nice. I keep saying pen, but I mean pencil. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Or y'all know what I mean. But, no, it's very smooth. It's definitely, with the weight of this is unexpected. With the weight of it, it's definitely like right here with this drawing. I was kind of going straight down in a straight line. And then I got kind of sidetracked just a little bit by something. And then it just kind of smoothed its way out like that. So that definitely is something you have to keep in mind with the weight of this pen. Excuse me. Wow, just burped. So if you do get sidetracked just a little bit kind of thing, you might stay sidetracked just because of the weight of this pen. It's kind of hard to instantly correct. But it's not that big of a deal by any means. As a whole, looks pretty good in my personal opinion. Let's go and just do some more layers right there. I'm definitely going to have to figure out really the proper way of using this pen. I think I'm actually going to do a little bit more on this drawing, really just try to just make it look a little bit crazy. I'm not just going to leave it as is, actually. I'm going to do a little bit more. And it's definitely starting to thicken out now, 100% for sure. It's definitely getting a lot thicker now. I can definitely confirm. But, you know, as a whole, this fish is looking pretty good. I think I need to do another layer on the fins. And there we go. As a whole, I'm pretty satisfied with this fish. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Let's go ahead and draw a little bit of a leg man now, I'm thinking. And I'm thinking I might do multiple. So I might do one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there. Let's go and give them all faces. Very easy to do circles with this pen, with this pencil. It's not a pen, it's a pencil. Very easy to do circles, very easy to do straight lines. But man, the weight of this pen, it just makes everything so easy. And it just, I tend to grip my pens a little bit too hard. With the weight of this, it's almost hard to grip too hard, which is really odd. I tend to also press my pens down on the page too hard as well. With the weight of this, though, I don't feel the need to do so. I'm just letting the pencil do the work for me, which is not something I'm used to at all, in all honesty. And even though I've now reached the edge of the page, it's still much easier to use than not. And it really does a good job. The weight of it does a really good job of eliminating any shakiness in your hand as well. So if you want to kind of eliminate shakiness in your drawings and whatnot, I do feel like this is a good way to do this. I'm kind of wanting like a pen that weighs, like an actual pen that weighs this much now. I don't own any pens that weigh this much. Now I'm kind of wanting one, in all honesty. Like I want a pen that takes a G2 insert that weighs this much. That would be so dang nice. As a whole, I'm pretty satisfied with how this drawing turned out. I think I'm going to do another layer on the heads themselves, but that's about it. Yeah, no, I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out. In all honesty, looks pretty good to me. Let's go ahead and move on to the next page. And I think now I'm going to go and take a little bit of sip of water with my throat's kind of dying just a little bit. Excuse me. And now that I've taken a little bit of a sip of water, let's go ahead and I think I'm going to try drawing something a little bit more detailed. I think I'm going to try drawing a little anime style kind of character, but in my own style at the same time. So let's go ahead and start off with the hair. One other thing I need to test, I need to see how good this pen is at drawing my Joe logo. And I'm barely even putting any pressure on the pen right now. I'm just kind of letting it do its own. I'm just letting it do its own. I'm just letting it do its own thing. So I'm just giving the hair some darkness real quick. I usually do cross hatching, but I figured out I'll do something different because this is a drafting pencil after all. This is something it does well. I messed that up. I messed that up real bad. So there are benefits and downsides to the thickness of this pencil for sure. Alrighty. I'm not the most happy with this anime girl drawing per se. I do think this pencil is a bit too thick for this style of drawing, but if I was doing a really big one of these characters, I would want to use this pencil, 100%. Let's go ahead and I think do a little bit of a Joe drawing now. So let's do a little bit of that. See how good this pencil is for drawing Joe. Very smooth. Taking some getting used to, but very easy. Very good at drawing, Joe, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. And there we go. I think that's looking pretty good. And I think I'm going to finish off with one more fish drawing. I'm going to do a little fish, I'm thinking. Just maybe not a little fish. I don't know. Medium-sized fish. Let's do a medium-sized fish. And now that I've gotten used to using this pen, or it's not a pen, it's a pencil. Now that I've gotten used to using this pencil, I've definitely gotten a lot more control over it. I've gotten a lot more used to kind of not getting thrown off at one point or something, anything like that kind of thing. So it's a lot easier to use than not now, I definitely have to say. A lot easier to use than it was previously. So most of the problems I mentioned with the first fish drawing, where I was kind of like, okay, I feel like I got kind of thrown off at some points and whatnot, not really such a big issue now. But still, as you guys can tell there, it was a little bit of an issue. It's just not as big of an issue as it was, though. And there we go. I think that's going to be, maybe I'll go over this one more time just to kind of make it a little bit darker. I think that's going to be it for this drawing, though, I say as I'm continuing to draw. As a whole, I am very satisfied with this fish. I'm actually much more satisfied than not with a lot of the drawings I've done today. And I think I can say for sure that I enjoy drawing with this pencil right here much more so than not. Much more so than not, to say the least. I like this pencil. Have y'all ever used a Kaweco SketchUp 5.6 drafting pencil before? If you guys haven't, let me know what y'all's thoughts are on it in the descriptions down below. And let me know if you guys have used one before, what y'all's thoughts are on this pencil right here. And if you guys have used a different drafting pencil before, let me know how that one was and what drafting pencil it was as well. As a whole, I would have to say I am a much bigger fan of this pencil than not. And if I had to give it a rating out of 10, well, I'm not actually going to use out of 10. I'm going to use out of 4. If I had to give it a rating out of 4, I think I would give it a very solid, 3 out of 4. I really like, or sorry, not 3 out of 4. Sorry, not a 3 out of 4. A 4 out of 4. This would be like a 3 out of 4. I'm like, this is really good. I really like it, but it's like, it's not perfect kind of thing. This, though, based off of this initial experience at least, is perfect. I really like it. It's not perfect for everything, but it's a drafting pencil. It's not meant to do everything well. It just does what it's supposed to do really well, and it does other stuff really well as well. And as a whole, I like this pencil. It's a solid 4 out of 4 for me. I love the weight of it. I love how it feels in my hand. I really like how it draws as well. To say the least, I like this pencil. And to say the least, I am looking forward to drawing with it much more so than not in the future. And I'm looking forward to drawing with it a lot more in the future, because I will be drawing with this pencil a lot more in the future. Let me tell you what, I'm looking forward to using this drafting pencil a lot more in the future. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. I think that's all I had to say. 4 out of 4 for the Kaweco SketchUp 5.6 drafting pencil. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of all the drawings I did today and what you guys think of this pen as a whole. I'm going to go and grab a screenshot while I'm rolling the outro. Certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my second channel. Not my second channel. This is my second channel. I'm getting more jumbled up. I'm kind of out of it right now. In all honesty, I should probably go out for a cigarette. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. Basically anything you guys might want to know about the channel and what I'm doing here and everything like that kind of thing can be found in the description down below. So go check everything all out. And of course, as well, please make sure to like and subscribe. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching. And until the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?